Hi, everybody. My name is Ella Shelby from Power Intelligence. Today, we're going to be having a look at the Northern Ireland riots that happened in June this year, 2025. I've got Anna, who's going to be asking me a series of questions about the riots. And hello, Anna. How are you?
Hi, Ella. Good, thank you. Quite a serious topic here that you are looking into for us today with your para intelligence. Should we start?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's get going.
Okay, so a peaceful vigil in Ballymena over an alleged sexual assault of a teenage girl on June the 7th. Two 14-year-old boys charged with attempted oral rape and requiring a Romanian interpreter in court were arrested, sparking outrage, which escalated into violence. The unrest began on June 9th, where Northern Ireland, particularly the town of Ballymena, experienced a series of violent riots spanning several nights. This was primarily described as racially motivated and anti-immigrant in nature. The unrest began on June the 9th. Take us through the key details, Ella.
Yes, okay. The trigger. The riots erupted because in the hearts of Northern Irish people, they felt neglected after fighting for their land, which started in 1969 and ended with the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. The troubles are still very fresh in the minds of many, affecting generations born since the end of the war, with families and friends affected mentally and physically by the troubles. The government have been bringing in people in poor areas of the working class by the thousands who do not understand the culture and the language of the land. The local working class areas have insufficient housing, high homelessness, limited access to medical care, schooling, and education. In the core of the culture, when there are disagreements, men sort it out. At the core of the culture is an agreement that children and women are not harmed or abused in any way. The rape of Native women and children is stepping over a line that the man will not stand for. A local northern tradition is that everyone meets in the pub and socializes. Women are scared to go out alone due to being heavily harassed verbally and sexually. And the same goes for children under the age of 16.
So let's have a look at the scale of violence. Ballymena over 3 nights. Rioters threw petrol bombs, bricks, fireworks, and masonry at police, set homes and cars on fire, and damaged businesses. Sporadic disorder spread to other areas of Northern Ireland, including Belfast. Um, what are your thoughts on all of this, Ella?
Yeah, what's in the hearts and souls of the people, like I was just saying, is the troubles. And that's the way that they deal with things. Exactly. If you look at, like I was saying, you look at the troubles, you will see how it reflects in June 2025 with what happened. The police service of Northern Ireland deployed riot police, water cannons, plastic batons, rounds, and dogs to quell the unrest. By June 16th, 29 people were arrested with 21 charges, including a teenage girl and her mother for rioting, which is a real shame. And due to their actions, the young ones will now have a criminal record. Now, the interesting thing in their hearts is they're natural protectors. So even though they've got records, they still feel that they've done the right thing by trying to protect.
So I
Um,
guess, they've got such a history of being repressed and had violence against them that this is the underlying basis. They are feeling threatened again.
yes, yes. And like I said, it's gone on for over 30 years. So it's
Yes.
really ingrained in the fabric of who they are.
But it's interesting to see. So the police have come down quite hard and said, say, for example, Chief Constable John Boucher condemned the violence as racist thuggery, emphasizing the support for diverse communities and warning that the riots risked undermining the justice process for the assault victim. Are
Mhm.
Northern Irish people racist, do you think?
No, no, not at all. If you go to Northern Ireland, you will have the time of your life. They are fun-loving, down-to-earth people, but like I was saying, with a horrid past of 30 years of hell, the people in power must try and understand this. Learning the local language is essential for anyone entering a new culture. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You should really try to learn the language and understand the culture. The people love a good chat with anybody. They're very inquisitive. They love a curry and Asian cuisine. They admire hardworking people who accept their culture. In Irish culture, a lot of them start work very young, like around 16, and they just keep going till they drop. That's what they do. In other words, they will meet people from around the world halfway.
Yeah, they are solid working class, salt of the earth.
Hmm.
So let's have a look at the political reaction. So Northern Ireland's power sharing executive, including Sinn Féin, DUP, Alliance Party, and UUP, condemned the racially motivated violence and urged for calm. First Minister Michelle O'Neill called the attacks abhorrent.
Yes, yes. The police and government ignoring the reason behind the riots is actually suppressing the problem, and incarcerating the people will only worsen the issues in the hearts of the people. The 2025 riots are driving the people underground, and we will have a new troubles situation.
So, Northern Ireland's unrest historically stemmed from sectarian divides, underlying factors. So, there's demographic changes, right? So, Ballymena has seen rapid demographic shifts in their land, and these have occurred with notable rise in non-English Irish first language speakers, whether they be Romanian or Bulgarian since 2011. So, once again, this is not about being racist. This really is about if you move to a different land, how do you almost in business terms, on board yourself with everybody there? How do you integrate and change the dynamic of the community really for the better, like so many other countries have done?
Mhm.
Um, 3 in 10 residents, though currently, as we understand, of Central Ballymena reported a non-English Irish first language in the 2021 census. And this has contributed to tensions. I guess because Ballymena really isn't one of these, European mega hubs like whether it be Barcelona or Rome or London, where we're so experienced to a blast of cultures, languages, and so forth. These are humble, quiet, working class people, and this is too much, too fast, too strong, and they're feeling very threatened, especially because of the abuse towards their own women and children.
Yes, that's correct.
Uh,
And you've hit the nail on the head as well. It's been far too quick. It's just like since 2021, there's just thousands going. and then the people are suffering, um, with housing and medicine and other issues that I've mentioned.
Yeah, it's a hot pot and something's going to blow, basically, where you've got deprived communities under socio-economic conditions, the health isn't in great state, the jobs aren't there, and then you're being threatened essentially by an alien nation, which we are seeing across the world. The times now are scary, and it is almost heightening everybody's mental base of calm. So, you know, as I was saying, if we look at the socioeconomic issues, experts point to housing shortages, and we all know about global cost of living crisis. Where is the future for this, Ella?
If the politicians don't start listening, we have got another trouble situation coming. And it's also not just Northern Ireland, it's also the South. The South and the North will come together and we will have a massive problem this time round. It will be 10 times worse. So hopefully that's not going to happen. We have to send out our prayers and good wishes that the politicians and the police start listening and talking to the people themselves.
It just needs to be managed. All of these situations, and I guess North Ballymena isn't the only place in the world where, because of global issues, socioeconomic issues, and migrants, we have to find a way through.
Yes, yes, it did spread around as well. Balmena wasn't the only place. You can put
Yeah,
Belfast on the list, and other part of Ireland as well, sadly.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
everybody, so let's send out a prayer for Northern Ireland and also Southern Ireland. They're having the same issue. And yeah, take care and thank you for watching my video. Bye for now.